Now we get to look forward, right? Now we get to look forward. Okay. Forget all the nonsense. We get to look forward. And I know we're all going to talk about this in podcasts moving forward, but Boston, Dallas, the combination, their storylines on both sides, Porzingis, Kyrie, like where these guys are. What do you think is the most interesting storyline? Like just storyline, not like who's going to win. I want to know what your storyline that you're going to find intriguing going in.
The most interesting. Oh, man. You're asking me storylines. I'm not on First Take right now.
No, I'm not. No,
how about this? What are you going to have your eye on, JJ?
Do you think the Porzingis storyline, Luka, or the Kyrie storyline after he stepped on Lucky? I'm just asking you that. It's not First Take.
Real talk. No. I think if you're talking about Porzingis and Kyrie, the more interesting thing to me is Kyrie going back to Boston. Not J Kidd didn't coach KP in Dallas.
Yeah.
Right. And I think KP was traded there and was then traded away from there. Kyrie opted not to re-sign there. So the more interesting thing in that is Kyrie going back to Dallas. However, I would say this. I think the most interesting player, not the most important, but the most interesting player in the series that could swing the series considerably is KP, for sure.
Oh, way to go.
Because all the things we're talking about with spacing, I mean, whether you're playing Al at the 5 off the bench or KP in the starting group, Boston has spacing in spades. And KP unlocks everything for them. So I think he's the most important, not most important, but most interesting player in this series.
I know it's regular season. I get it. And it was just 2 matchups. KP actually did not play in Dallas when they went back this year. Kyrie did play in Boston. 19, he was 1 of 7, 9 of 23. But Boston dominated these matchups. 138, 110.
How many did KP have that game? How many did KP have that game? 24 points, 8 for 14 from the field, 4 for 8 from 3. Yep.
Tatum had 32. Jaylen Brown.
Some of us aren't calling the finals. Some of us aren't
after the trade, but Derrick Jones Jr. and Gafford did not start that game. So it was a different team. It was still a different Dallas team.
I'm just talking about the players in general of KP and Kyrie. Yeah.
The team is so different. Even this team right now, this version of Dallas versus the start of the postseason, they are exponentially better and more defined in their roles and who they are than they were a month ago. If we're talking about a couple of months ago, you could really throw that shit out.
Sorry, you got it, Perk.
I'm looking at Luka, right? I'm looking at Luka. That's the storyline because here's the thing. I understand J Kidd wasn't the coach then, but Jayson Tatum, Jaylen Brown, if they could win with Kristaps Porzingis, Luka, you couldn't win with them. Is it tension there? Is it beef there?
Hold on, Perk. They didn't.
Yeah.
They got Derrick White. They got Jrue Holiday.
Well, I understand. Man. I get that part, but still in all, it don't take much to light a fire under Luka ass, right? Going into the environment, he wanted that shit tonight. He wanted all that stuff with Snoop sitting on the sideline. Luka is just like KG. Shit could not even be directed towards him, but it's directed towards him in his mind that gets him going. That's a dangerous player to play against. Y'all can fix y'all face crazy all y'all want. I'm telling y'all, this man lives.
Why is he yelling at us?
I'm just saying this man lives. He lives for these type of moments. He seemed like to me, I don't know Luka personally, but he seems like to me that he could make up and look across and be like, man, I don't like that motherfucker. And he don't even know that guy. And then just have it in his mind to go out there and do what he did tonight.
Okay, really quickly. This is my thing that I find most interesting. I truly believe that Jayson Tatum, he's been playing okay for Jayson Tatum. Luka and Kyrie have played better basketball. They played better basketball. I think Jayson Tatum is the third best player in this series, playing the third best going into this. I think Luka's been playing better. I think Kyrie's been playing better consistently over the postseason. So I'm going to say this. Going into this series, Boston, it has the best players
Why do
three.
you, RJ? Why are you when you were not a jump shooter? So why are you judging a player that has multiple skill sets only on his jump shot?
I'm
Just out
not.
of
I'm not.
curiosity.
I'm not. I'm not purely
But
judging.
31 and 10,
I
31,
have
10
been.
and 6 in the
I have
conference
been one
finals.
of the
One of
biggest
3 players
Jayson
averaging
Tatum.
25, 10 and 5 during the playoffs.
One of 3 players.
You think okay? So Kyrie's made some jump shots. You think he has a bigger? I'm being serious. You think
I'm
he has a
saying I'm
bigger
playing
impact night to night than Jayson Tatum, who's getting guarded, by the way, by the best defender every night?
night to night. Do I think that who has maximized their impact more? I would still say Kyrie.
Okay, we'll disagree.
I'm with
would
agree.
I'm with RJ on this one, JJ, for the simple fact when you look at
that bothers him. So.
He's
no,
like
no,
mad.
I am
not-
JJ.
I'm
Just
mad.
on this one, I'm with RJ. Look,
Guys,
here's the
we're
thing.
talking sports. It's 11:13 at night. We're
I know
talking
that's the great
sports.
thing about it, and we got you on here. I love it. Look, here's the thing about Kyrie. Kyrie is doing it on both ends, dog. Like Kyrie
I agree with
did it.
that.
Kyrie did it in the Clippers series when James was cooking early. He went guarded James. All right, when they played against Oklahoma City, SGA did what he did, but in the fourth quarter, Kyrie said, "I wanted that." Tonight, Kyrie was on Anthony Edwards. Now Anthony Edwards got it going late, and he had some crucial buckets. But Kyrie was like, "Nah, Luka, you start the game off. I got Anthony Edwards. I know we're going to double team him, but I got it." And I'm just saying his impact on both ends of the floor has been more impactful than Jayson Tatum. One could argue, in my opinion, Luka had a hell of a series this series. I thought in game 6 was his best game in the Oklahoma series, but Kyrie has been the best player for Dallas consistently throughout the postseason.
I'm not going to agree with that, but okay.
I mean, you got his numbers, but what I'm saying is, JJ, go look at
It's not numbers though, Perk. It's not numbers. Again, dude, if Luka's getting guarded by the best guy every night and is getting blitzed every night, of course, if you are Kyrie Irving, you are going to cook. It's the same thing with Jaylen Brown. Who took the matchup? Who took the matchup in the Indiana Pacers series?
No, JJ. That's
Neesmith did. Neesmith did. Who took
Right.
the matchup in the Cleveland series? Okoro did. Who took the matchup in the first round series? Caleb Martin did. Jaylen Brown's I get what you're saying, but I'm not talking about stats. I'm talking about the impact of a best player.
JJ, but to your point, when I had Vince Carter on my team, I was getting the second best defender on a lot of nights. And on some nights, I was getting the third best defender because they would push the first or second on J Kidd, and then they would put him on Vince. So then I got to cook. But I guess the point that I'm making is I look at this version of Kyrie and how he's playing the game, how he's managing the game, how he's knocking down late game shots and playing well. Look, we're just breaking it down. And I think Kyrie has played.
I'm obsessed with this version of Kyrie. I think it's incredible.
Okay, so
I'm obsessed with it.
Is he playing a better version of basketball right now than Jayson Tatum? You're saying Jayson Tatum's the other things that he's doing within the game still outweigh the way Kyrie has played, shot the ball, late game, all of those things. That's fair. I'm just telling you my opinion. Is that okay?
I totally understand your opinion, and your opinion is valid. I want to validate your opinion.
Thank you. You know what? That's
want
really
to validate your.
What is going on here?
I want to feel heard.
I'm
JJ
just saying,
is.
I just saw Kyrie. I saw Kyrie. I think he dominated. It was game 2 in the Oklahoma City series. He only had 9 points, but he tied the playoff career high with 11 assists, and he controlled the whole damn game. I think P.J. Washington had like 29 in that game, and it was all because of Kyrie dictating the pace and doing every single thing.
How many assists is Luka averaging for the playoffs? Just average.
I'm not saying. Listen. This is what I'm trying. This is what I'm trying to. But so JJ
back to the game on a non-shooting night.
No. But what I'm
Luka
saying
does
is,
that every night. What are we talking
we're
about?
not talking. But here's the thing, though, JJ. This is what I'm saying. Let's not act like Luka wasn't struggling.
I have a question. I have a serious question because I've seen this now for like 3 years, and it is the weirdest thing to me. What is the inclination for all of us to just like not acknowledge the best player on every team and just be like, hey, you know what? The best player didn't go for 45. So the real MVP is this guy. Like, what? That's not bad. You guys play basketball. It's not basketball. Come on, man.
Who
This
said
is
this?
not. Hey, listen, JJ. This
who
is
said
not
this?
mind you. This
Who
is not
said this? I
mind
wanna
mind
know.
the game.
There were
okay?
people that wanted to vote Andrew Wiggins MVP of the finals in 2022. Last year in the conference finals. Oh, Caleb Martin's the Eastern Conference Finals MVP. No, he's not, man. Stop it. Stop it. Stop
Wait,
it.
so you're saying that Andre Iguodala shouldn't have won his Finals MVP? Is that what you're saying? Or
I've said that. When was that? 2015. I've said that for 9 years. Okay.
I've said it for 9 years.
He
Luka's
definitely
averaging 9 assists in the playoffs.
I've said that for 9 years.
All right, guys, I gotta go, man.
LeBron.
Yeah,
Y'all
please.
be good, man.
Please.
I love you
Hurry
guys.
up.
I love
Hey.
you. Allie, good to see you.
JJ, you're the best.
RJ.
Thanks for those 2.5 minutes.
Whatever.
All right.
All we, now we
I
know.
went over
Everybody,
my, I
we
went
just
over my
have to
allotted
bully-
time.
We have to bully JJ to get in here.
Thanks for joining, JJ. Wow. Okay.
You're welcome, people. You see what we do? We're gonna have more guests.
We
pop
begged
in.
the man to jump on.
Yeah.
Rich, so you actually believe, because a lot of comments to the right, you actually believe that Dallas will have the 2 best players in this series?
I think this, right? Am I starting a little shit? Maybe. But I think this. The fact that it's a conversation, I'm not saying that Kyrie is necessarily better than Jayson Tatum. Let's not be disrespectful and make it seem like you put Kyrie at his best game and Jayson Tatum in his best game. I don't know who's coming out of that matchup, but it ain't. It's closer than people think. Like Kyrie, don't forget who Kyrie is. He's hit game-winning shots in game 7s. There is no question of his late game performance. Don't act like if you're Boston, when Kyrie got that ball with 5 seconds, y'all are far more nervous than Dallas is when Jayson Tatum's got it with 5 seconds to go.
Look, Boston fans are nervous right now.
Oh,
It's no, and if they tell you otherwise, they're lying. There's nowhere in here that you just finished watching this game and watching what Luka and Kyrie did on the road in the way that they just handled Minnesota, and not saying that they're now scared. That look, man.
KP is a problem.
I think he's going to be healthy too. I think he's going to be healthy.
KP is a problem.
I think he's going to be healthy.
He is. They play a different style, but I'm gonna tell you, you know what else is a problem? Jason Kidd. And the best thing that happened for the Dallas Mavericks, Allie, was that they ended this series tonight.
Really?
Because now they're going to get in that film room. And this team that I see that is so disciplined defensively, that has the personnel to guard, because Kyrie Irving is an underrated defender. Derrick Jones Jr., he's done an excellent job of defending. PJ Washington. And I understand Boston play a certain type of way, but at the end of the day, those block shots, the way that Dereck Lively and Daniel Gafford is anchoring their defense, and they're agile now. Let's not act like they can't slide them puppies. And then when you get bombed, let's not act like they don't have chase downs. I'm picking Boston to win this series in 7, okay? But I'm just saying.
I was going to say, I want your predictions. You got some Boston fans in here saying that they feared Miami more than Dallas.
Yeah, all right.
Because y'all are in the, because they are in the, they're in the Eastern Conference, so you see them more.
Okay, so wait, hang on. Let me clarify. Perk, you just told us last live that when you pick them in 7, it's because you're not confident either way.
I'm not.
Where we're at?
I'm not. It's really a pick 'em, but look, I'm picking the
all
Celtics.
the pressure is on Boston, and they got 2 dudes. In my opinion,
why is it on Boston?
Because
why?
Because truly, in my opinion, and I've said this often. Sometimes it's your second year you're together, but for Dallas, they're still playing with house money. They're still playing with house money. They're not supposed to be here. They're quote unquote ahead of schedule. Like if they would have lost in the conference finals of Denver, everyone would have said, but they have now made it further than they ever have. Boston is one of those teams that has been here so many times. They've been in the conference finals 5 times. This will be their, second time in the NBA finals. So the pressure is mounting on them. Jayson Tatum is about to sign the biggest contract. Luka is about to sign. If I look at which team it would be a bigger failure for to walk out of this with an L, 100%. The Boston Celtics, who have been the best team in the league all year long, had a cakewalk to get here. And now the pressure really, truly starts for them because they're at the finish line against the best team and the healthiest team that they have faced. They've always had a room for error in every single series. This is the first one going into that they don't.
You're talking in terms of results, not the actual matchup. I got you.
Allie, let me say this to you and RJ. You know, it was times during that Celtic-Indiana series that I saw the Boston Celtics go zone, right? Because they couldn't stop. They couldn't stop Nembhard, and they couldn't stop Pascal Siakam. If they had problems. They had problems with those guys. Sweet Jesus. I don't know what the hell they about to do with these two. Listen, I'm telling you right now, I can't wait for Thursday to come. And RJ said this, when you said this last week, hey, Boston fans, leave Kyrie alone. Leave him alone.
This version.
They're not listening to you.
They're
Okay,
not.
that's fine.
Because to your
to
point,
guard.
Perk, I'm saying it because of what you said. He stomped on Lucky. He pissed him off. They do not care. They are not going to leave him alone. Good luck trying that.
Look,
Right.
people were mad at me because I didn't speak out about Kyrie stomping on Lucky. I don't give a damn if he dropped it like it was hot on Lucky. You know what I'm saying? Do something about it. Do something about it. I'm
On the
telling
court.
you,
On the court. You
Touche.
see him.
Yeah.
Who's your prediction, Rich? And then we'll wrap this up.
Dallas in 7. I'm not betting against J Kidd. I'm not betting against Kyrie.
Yo, J Kidd has an opportunity to win a title with the Mavs as a player and a coach.
Yeah.
How about
Hasn't
that?
been done many places.
I can't believe JJ just walked in here and stomped over all of us and said he disagreed with all of our takes.
JJ's never been accused of being uptight, ever. Ever. He's never been accused of being too serious. Well, I greatly disagree with you. Whatever.
I cannot. All right, we're gonna wrap this up. We have nothing. We're not even gonna be here for how many days, Perk? 7. No NBA basketball until the NBA finals.
Less work.
A whole week.
What?
You guys are amazing. Can someone go flag down Channing? Can someone go find Channing?
If
Please
anyone
in the
is-
comments.
yeah.
Go find him. Go blow him up. At him.
Someone put out an Amber Alert for Channing.
Hang on. Who did you pick? Who was your prediction?
Me,
Yeah.
Dallas in 7.
Hand
Dallas
said
in
with his
7.
chest out.
Because neither of y'all know shit. All
Neither
right.
of us
That's
do.
another live edition of Road Trippin'.
Allie, who you got?
Lakers in 8.
I have to tell you guys about a comment that was over here when we get off.
All
I
right.
have one pick in this. It's Dallas.